You might know Brandi Passante as the no-nonsense, quick-witted star of Storage Wars, always sharp, always unshaken. But behind the confident bids and reality TV banter, there's a story most fans never see. Fame might have made her a household name, but it didn't protect her from pain. In fact, it invited more of it. From personal loss to betrayal, from lawsuits to health battles, Brandi's life has been a whirlwind of public wins and private wounds. What started as a simple TV role quickly spiraled into something much deeper, a fight to protect her family, her sanity, and her freedom. And the most shocking part? She's still standing. Before Brandi Passante ever faced off at an auction, she was already fighting to be heard. Growing up with brothers, she learned early on how to stand her ground in a male-dominated space, a skill that would become critical later in life. She once said her childhood toughened her up, preparing her to hold her own where weakness isn't just exposed, it's exploited. That resilience became her armor on Storage Wars, where most of her competitors were men who underestimated her, until she proved them wrong. In interviews, she's admitted that in this world, being emotional can be a liability. You have no choice but to develop a thick skin, she said. And while that strength helped her rise, it was forged in struggle most people never saw. For years, Brandi and Jarrod Schulz seemed inseparable, not just as partners on Storage Wars, but as a couple building a life and business together. Fans loved their banter and chemistry, so when season 13 opened with the news of their breakup, it felt like a quiet bombshell. After nearly 20 years together, they had managed to keep the split out of the headlines, until the cameras caught up. But what happened off-screen was far more serious. In 2021, Jarrod was charged with domestic violence after an incident at a bar where he allegedly shoved Brandi during a heated argument. Though he denied it, the case added public weight to private pain. Brandi stayed mostly silent, professional, composed, guarded. Yet behind the calm, she was dealing with the fallout of heartbreak, betrayal, and the challenge of rebuilding her life, this time alone. Fame opened doors for Brandi Passante, but it also let in things no one should have to deal with. In 2012, she became the target of revenge porn distributor Hunter Moore, who falsely claimed she appeared in a nude video. Brandi took legal action and won the case, but was awarded just $750, far from the $2.5 million she sought. While her public image survived, the emotional toll ran deep. She later admitted the experience left her anxious and shaken. And the pressure didn't stop there. Brandi began receiving disturbing letters and comments online, even about her children. She made the difficult choice to stop posting them altogether, respecting their wish for privacy. She eventually moved to a gated community for safety and turned to therapy to manage the anxiety that followed her everywhere. The fans saw her confidence on camera, but few understood the fear behind the scenes. While battling public drama and personal betrayal, Brandi was also quietly fighting her own body. After fans noticed her raspy voice, she revealed she had Hashimoto's disease, an autoimmune disorder that attacks the thyroid. It's not life-threatening, but it's chronic, exhausting, and invisible to most. Brandi pushed through it all, continuing to film, raise her kids, and stay present despite the toll it took on her physically and mentally. But perhaps the most powerful moment came not from a courtroom or a show, but from a tattoo. In an Instagram post, Brandi shared the word "free" inked with a small bird, a symbol, she explained, of surviving domestic abuse. She never named her abuser, but her message was clear: she had escaped something many don't. Therapy, strength, and self-discovery helped her reclaim a life without fear. And from that pain, she built something stronger: freedom. Brandi Passante isn't just surviving, she's thriving. Beyond Storage Wars, she's found new ways to use her voice. As a regular on the podcast Happening Now with Hammer, she shares raw, real stories with a kind of honesty that only comes from living through fire. She's also channeled her experience into action, raising awareness for mental health and domestic abuse, even helping raise over $100,000 for Women's Own Worth, a group supporting survivors. Through grief, trauma, legal battles, and health struggles, Brandi never stopped moving forward. And now, she seems more grounded than ever. "I'm very happy with my life right now," she says, a quiet but powerful declaration after years of chaos. That tattoo, once just ink, now tells the story of a woman who broke free, who healed, and who refused to be defined by the worst parts of her past.